This programming is brought to you by Furrow Leader FMC. Visit your FMC retailer or infurrow.ag.fmc.com to learn more.
Getting seeds in the ground is the first challenge of spring planting. Getting plants up and growing without cold weather damage is the second. Today on Win the Furrow, Missy Bauer looks at some ultra early planted soybeans and whether the field is good to go or needs a replant.
What you really want to evaluate at this point in time is, did I lose any stand or am I good? So a lot of times we'll lay out, in this case, 30-inch beans, a yardstick, or if you got 15 or 7.5-inch beans, we'd throw out a hoop and just do some counts of what survived and what hasn't. So here we're a little over a week out from when it occurred, so whatever's dead at this point is going to be dead. You're going to be able to tell what's what. So here is an example of one that did not survive the frost. You can see that this bean plant did get killed below the growing points and is not going to survive. But overall, beans are fairly hardy. If you look at this example here, and this is what we see happen quite a bit. So the main growing point is up here at this main where the unifoliates would come out here. But tucked in each side of this cotyledon is also a growing point or an auxiliary bud. Now, in this case, the main growing point was frosted, and you can see that that's dead, but this bean plant is still alive. It's still fairly healthy, and we actually got a growing point on each side. So we're going to see that this bean plant will actually end up with two stems, one out of this side and one out of this side. And this will continue on to survive very well. It'll have good pod set on it. Certainly just it looks a little different than an overall healthy one here. You can see that the unifoliate on this one is still all green, so all three growing points currently out have survived this in this example. So in this particular field, we're estimating less than about 5% of the plants have been killed by the frost. So if you did some ultra early and the beans were emerged during that frost, you need to get out there and do some evaluations, do some counts, see what your percentages are, and make sure that you're okay there. But overall, beans are pretty surprising. As I mentioned, that unifoliate, that main growing point's relatively sensitive, but those growing points in the auxiliary buds there down by the cotyledons are very hardy, and we've seen this happen last year as well, that majority of the beans tend to survive this. So get out and do some evaluations in your field and make sure you're all set.
All right, thanks, Missy. Now, if you're interested in learning more about planter setup ahead of the season, Missy has an online virtual planter clinic. You can get details at bmcropconsultant.com or follow the direct link using that QR code on your screen. There's even a coupon for Ag Day viewers. Use Ag Day 20 at checkout. It's good until March 30th.